Hey y'all, welcome to your March forecast. We're going to start this off talking about the major transits happening in astrology for March, for 2025, obviously. We'll then go into our tarot and then end the read with a ouija message. Ouija, however you say it. All right, let's get into it. So, March 1st, we're going to have Venus retrograde in Aries. So, kicking the month off right then and there, you might expect to hear from an ex during that time. I think that you would most likely hear from them March 3rd, my opinion, because then you're going to have Mercury going into Aries. March 10th, the Sun will conjunct Saturn in Pisces. This is realism. This is getting down to the nitty gritty, taking care of things that need to be handled, possibly things that you might have put off for a while. But it's a little bit of a reality check in general. March 11th, we're going to have Mercury conjunct retrograde Venus in Aries. Again, major time for you to hear from an ex or have some kind of situation that happened in the past to pop up again. On March 14th, we're going to have the full moon in Virgo. This would be a great time to clean out any clutter, maybe get rid of an old storage unit that you're not really using, things like that. Clean out the fridge, just taking care of stuff, possibly paying off debt. March 15th, we're going to have Mercury retrograde in Aries. And again, another prime time to expect an ex to come up or some kind of situation from the past to come back. March 17th, the moon in Scorpio is going to square Pluto in Aquarius. I expect to see secrets exposed on that day, some kind of expression of deep emotions that you've been holding back possibly. It's going to be interesting to see if we have any news, like major breaking news come out about governments. Not necessarily USA, it could be any government, but we'll see. March 20th, the Sun enters Aries. This is a boost of energy for pretty much everybody, but especially Aries, or if you have some kind of major planetary thing in your chart that's in Aries. Let's see, March 26th, Venus retrograde is going to enter into Pisces and conjunct Neptune. So beware of this, beware of rose-colored glasses, especially if you've been in communication with that ex. You might be sitting there thinking things are going to go great this time. It's going to swing back around. You're going to see soon enough. So just be very mindful of that, that we're thinking clearly, or at least waiting until the fog clears. March 29th is a new moon in Aries. March 30th is Neptune entering Aries, which is a major transit, and I highly suggest that you really look into this. I can give you a little bit of sneak peek of what I think is going to be happening. So March 30th, again, Neptune entering Aries. This is water and fire. Neptune was at its home in Pisces, and now they're button heads big time. This is not it's not a very happy transit, basically. We could see a tendency to have clouded judgment. Things could be very foggy for you. You could be having unrealistic ideas and expectations for other people, possibly even for yourself. If you're a female, you might be experiencing issues with menstruation at this time, especially. It could be longer periods, more painful periods, just issues in general, so be mindful of that. We could be hearing about violent water type of problems, like we could hear of more drownings going on, large waves happening. Could be bad tornadoes or tornadoes that are near the coast, which we don't usually have. At this time, we could hear of a ship sinking, issues with a cruise line. Could be a cruise that actually catches on fire. This could be good, though, for like art, expressing yourself, sharing your dreams, having vivid dreams, possibly. Healing psychological issues through activity, especially like jujitsu, punching bags, screaming, things like that. Also really good for taking a leap of faith, and for finally going to a destination that you've dreamed about forever. This is a good time. Like if you know it's a solid plan, this is a great time to take that leap and just step out on faith. But just make sure that you have backup plans, especially for this time. You're going to really want to make sure that you're on a solid foundation. So in case anything falls through, you're still going to be okay. All right, let's move on to your tarot portion. Hey Aries, welcome to your March forecast. Let's get into it. I'm going to pull up your astrology real quick. So this is just general Aries astrology that's going on. You can expect that Venus is going to turn retrograde in Aries on March 1st, and it will exit your sign into Pisces on the 27th. So a good chunk of the month is going to be spent retrograde in your sign, to be aware of that. With that, you could expect anything from, like, if you have old medical issues around cardio or cardiology, that might come up. That's very specific, though. Don't take that if it doesn't apply. Mostly it's going to be X's, stuff like that. On the 3rd, Mercury enters Aries. On the 15th, Mercury is going to go retrograde in Aries into Pisces on the 29th. So again, for a good chunk of the month, it'll be retrograde for you. That's you know what Mercury retrograde is all about. Like, it's everything from, like, miscommunications, missed opportunities. Again, with the X's that could be coming up, especially around that time, especially with Venus retrograde as well. Beware of travel issues, just things like that. Sun goes into Aries on the 20th. Let's see, and I think that's it. Oh, Neptune's going to enter Aries on the 30th, so at the very end of the month. All right. Let's see. Let's go into your tarot forecast. We're going to be doing the We're going to be doing the Tree of Life pattern. I've already got your cards shuffled, so I'm going to get them out here for you, and we'll get started. If you've ever done the Tree of Life tarot spread, let me know how you like it. It's new for me. It's a little bit weird. Not how I would have set it out. Okay, Aries, let's see. All right. Okay, so your present is the Empress. This is feeling good, smelling good. You've been putting in the effort. You've been taking care of yourself, and it's really starting to show. That kicks your month off, so that's pretty much around the 1st of the month. Responsibilities is coming to a not a close. Obviously, we're always going to have responsibilities, but this is like a new set of progress, a new set of responsibilities. Could be, you could have some new tasks added on. You could be completing some kind of cycle. Let's see, your difficulties that you're going to be experiencing this month is a lack of teamwork, a lack of cooperation. So be aware of that. The help that you're going to be getting, though, could be from a supervisor or boss, somebody that you consider a step ahead of you in some kind of way. Feels like to me also like an older brother, uncle type of thing. The obstacles that you could encounter are feeling like you are not being heard or understood. And I do see that that could definitely tie into the difficulties that you might experience in March, with the lack of teamwork, the lack of cooperation that could directly tie into that, not being understood. Your achievements. Let me make sure I've got this lined up right. Your achievements. I don't see like any kind of major celebration or any kind of like major promotion. In general, it's kind of like a laid back type of vibe. You've already achieved what you wanted to. You might be considering something new, but it's like you've already gotten there and you're happy with where you're at currently. So you're just like taking a step back a little bit, just enjoying the ride. The disruption here that I was talking about at the very beginning of the read could be with a relationship, though. It could be you feel like you're not getting quite as much as you deserve personally, like in your personal life. And again, with this feeling like you're misunderstood or not being treated fairly, possibly. And you know what, now that I think about it, because like we were just talking about, you're going to be having Venus and Mercury retrograde in your sign this month. So that's totally normal. Just try to mind what you say. Take a back seat as much as you can this month. Be prepared that you most likely, things will be taken out of context. Things that you've said, things that you meant to do. Let's see. Hidden aspects could be somebody that's very cold-shouldered to you already, so it's not going to come out of the blue. This is somebody that you're already aware that you need to keep an eye on, that they can't be trusted. They're very blunt. They prefer to make accusations and ask questions later. That might cause you to experience some kind of anxiety or panic towards the middle to end of the month, which would line up perfectly with that Mercury retrograde in your sign. We're going to get a bonus for this, though. Grab your bonus. Let's see. Bonus for Aries. Anything that they could do to help the outcome. You got the 9 of Wands so far. That tells me you're pretty burdened. You've been very money focused recently. Trying to get ahead of it, trying to pay off some kind of major debt, and you're kind of putting yourself in a little bit of a hole. What about these burdens? What can they do to solve it? Ooh, my card shifted on me. Give me just a second. You might hear the cats arguing in the background. They've had a day. Okay, so again, with the be mindful of what you're saying or try not to say, just try to go with the flow. It's like something you're going to say or do is taken completely out of context and somebody blows it apart. They're trying to make you look like the bad guy, so be mindful of that. All right, Aries, we're going to close this out with the Ouija board. Now listen, when I did the general Ouija board, y'all hated that. I got so many thumbs down on that. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'm just going to give you the terms. I'm not going to interpret them. You take it as you will. Okay? I'm going to give you the words that it tells me. You take it as you will. All right. Let's see. Let's open her up. Okay. Any advice for Aries in the month of March? So, other, same, do, smile, and it landed on secret as well. Something else. Happen. Other, do, same, smile. I think that goes along with the message I just gave you, is beware of others, and they might actually smile to your face and then stab you in the back. That's what it sounds like to me. It's like they're going to just blow something completely out of the water with you. All right, y'all. With that being said, I will catch up with you later. Have a good one.